information. We have, hold on, I need my thinking hood. A thinking hood for thinking good. So we received communication from the esteemed Jeffrey Melton 2200. 20 hours ago, edited, parenthesis. And this is a comment which helps me and you because we all love black holes. Black holes are great. They're useful, better than vacuum cleaners. Get rid of this maths. Misconceptions, I remember. Right, so he says the Madman persona rings true. Boy, that is a clear statement of truth. Ring, 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 ring. Brr, brr. I can't do a phone sound. Hello, is that Madman persona? Yes? True? Oh, I thought so. Wait. I have a slinky. Where you are wrong in your understanding is that black holes don't have an infinite mass. That's because they only go on Sundays. This makes perfect sense. That's why on the 7th day, all of the black holes stopped making stuff. That's where the light, Jesus, God, the 7th day, he said it was good, like this thinking would. So black holes, they don't have infinite mass. They only have infinite something else. Density. That's the place where all of the lions hang out. In lots of populations of lions hang out in the density. So that explains why they're so small, because they have infinite dens. Rule number 2, from Jeffrey. They will have the same mass they were before turning into a black hole. And then he gives an example. For instance, if a star, because they turn into black holes, because they're big things, like Mago. If a star had 12 solar masses, that's a lot. That is the mass of the black hole. So if you had the sun, like this is our sun here. No, it doesn't have a black hole yet. We need the sun. Not like before, the 6th day, that sun, the other sun. He just wasn't made yet. He was born 2,000 years ago. The sun is older than 2,000 years. Anyways, if it's 12 times bigger, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, there. Right, if a star had 12 solar masses, but not on a Sunday, that would take 2 weeks, wouldn't it? Not easy. Not 7 days at all. That is the mass of the black hole. So then if all that turned into a black hole, look at that, it's just there. Just in case you can't see it. So if all that turned into the black hole, that is the mass that it had earlier that we had drawn. That's it. Easy. And then he goes on. What you are confusing, yes I am. No, sorry. What you are confusing is a black hole has infinite density, not mass. Probably only on a Sunday though. So infinite density, just like me. So that means there's just enough room for all of the lions in the universe in density. Infinite density. Infinite density. Maybe it means infinite density, so it's not infinite, it's just there's a lot of dens. Another thing. There's a lot of them. He gives another example. If a star, let's say, is the diameter of Jupiter and becomes a black hole, the event horizon is the diameter of Jupiter, which is kind of a small star, I think. About that big, maybe? Jupiter? Boys go to Jupiter to get more Jupiter, and you could also watch these videos. So that makes sense because it has the same density. So that means the event horizon would be here. So if you were at Jupiter and you were standing just above the surface, say you were standing here, this is you, not to scale, because that's what reptiles do. And then the Jupiter, for some reason, just instantly turned into a black hole, which is probably impossible. It would have to go supernova, but it's not big enough, so it doesn't have enough mass to go supernova. So what if it just magically, we'll just pretend, in Wingardium Blackosia, then it turned into a black hole. You wouldn't know because you're still above the event horizon. But then if you went down, then the spaghettification would happen and then that would be great. And you would fall towards the black hole, according to Jeffrey, of infinite density, but not infinite mass. But there would be infinite mass at the singularity point, right? Because, no, maybe? You can't, I don't know. I'm not very sure. And there you go. So that makes more sense now. So maybe black holes can exist because they don't have infinite density, which means that just because they have infinite No, they do have infinite density. They don't have infinite mass. So that means that time doesn't stop or never actually start. So they can actually form before they evaporate due to Hawking radiation at the event horizon, which would take place at the diameter of Jupiter if the diameter of the star that it turned into a black hole was the size of Jupiter. Does that make sense though? Because what if you had a really, 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 really not dense star? You know, like Brian Cox. He's a star and he's pretty smart. But what if it was like fluffy and then it went zoom and turned into the thing? Wouldn't it be like, wouldn't the event horizon be a bit smaller than the thing? The thing? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, then he says, "Ta-ta, crazy man." Of course, "ta-ta" is short for potato, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe he's saying I look like a potato. Without the hood, I do look like a potato. Anyway, thank you, Jeffrey. Or Mr. Melton, 2,200. That's a lot. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius? Celsius or Fahrenheit? Did you know negative 42 Celsius is the same as negative 42 Fahrenheit? Thank you so much for breathing. Remember, be kind, be curious, and stay awesome.